Welcome to this WordPress Essentials session. I'm Jason Hawkins and I'm going to take you through using menus within the WordPress ecosystem. We're going to deep dive into how you create a new menu and allocate that menu to different parts of your site. WordPress has a great independent, flexible structure with your menus. You can use different menus in different parts of your site. You can drag and drop the hierarchy of the items in your menus and keep that flexibility really lightweight. So that's, I think, what's made WordPress so popular is the independence of the menu structure from your content. It makes the big site really easy to use and a small site really easy to add to as well. So we're going to investigate looking at adding pages to your menus, posts, custom links, external links to your site, adding post categories, all of those different elements that you can easily add and edit and change on your menu structure. So let's flick across to the screen shares now and take a look. In a previous tutorial, I created some pages and added them to a menu. Now I wanted to go and dive into the menu structure in more detail and also show you what else we can add to menus and how you can use them to your best benefit in varying situations on your site. So to manage your menu, you go under Appearance and then down to Menus. Again, it's a little bit hidden, but it's very powerful. There's lots of options here, and I'll just quickly go through some of those now. At a core level, you usually have one menu, main menu. And basically the menu sits independent of your other content. So in the menu, I can not only link individual pages down here, but I can also link posts. I can also create custom links, individual links to go to other websites if I wanted to, or I can link different categories of my content within the site. So let's have a look at how I do some of those and how they're displayed at the front end. Remember, again, I'm using WordPress's 2019 theme. It has no styling, but it gives a really good indication of how menus can be used. There's also a great feature about multiple menus. So I'm actually going to start adding some pages, and it's a pretty simple process. Actually, why don't I just remove these and I'll add a couple as we go. So there's my menu. I've got my home page on the site, which is the original page is this digital training page. So I've just dragged that over. Let's even start that again. So I've added this to the menu and I've changed the name of it to home. I'm going to save that. And I'm going to go and refresh my menu over here. See, now I've just got one menu item, home, so I can't access all my other pages, so I do need to flesh out my menu. And I use this over here. I can add multiple at one time. And then I can drag and drop the order. This is the parent hierarchy, so all of these will appear at the top level. Just going to save that and refresh. So you can see now I've got my main hierarchy here, and this will appear on all my headers across the site. It becomes quite powerful. I can actually then go, hey, my service wants to sit under About Us. Refresh. And then I get my levels of site. And some themes, you can also do 3 levels of, and cascading levels, I guess, of menu structure. Let's just see how good this actually is. And there you go. It does a second level as a drop down, and then it indents with an indent here. So in some cases, I've seen where it goes indent and then down again into another structure. So that's the basics of a menu. I can obviously also drag whole blocks of menus around in this case. So now let's have a look at adding a post if I like. I've already got my post, which is my news feed page. I'm going to put these all back into the main hierarchy. And instead of my posts, I'm going to call it my blog. Let's just have a quick check of that. Okay, so now here's my blog, which is my post news feed page. And so I had a real solid feature article that I actually wanted to be top line in my menu structure. So here's this is the article that I want to be top line. I can add that to the menu, and I'm going to call it latest post. So the independent structure of the menu is really cool because it gives me ultimate flexibility about what I display in my menu and what I don't display. If I go to latest post, it just pulls in the latest post. That is very, very cool. Now I can also do a custom link. Say I wanted to link to Google. There you go. There's my custom link. Save that. There's my Google link. So again, that's going to leave the site. Not a great idea to do that, but if you've got sites that are interconnected, these custom links can be extremely handy. Oh, I just wanted to remove that. Okay, so but I can also add categories. This becomes quite powerful. If I've got a generic flow of posts, then my blog is more than capable of looking after that. If I have specific posts that just deal with a particular topic, maybe I want to add that as a submenu item under the blog. So I can then just display a small subset of articles. Let's go and have a look at that. So here's my blog, and then I can drop down to my archive, which just contains 2 articles in it rather than the entire list. So you can see how this can be really quite powerful for really focusing particular content in different areas. So let's have a look at creating another menu. So I'm going to create a new menu. I'm going to call it the footer menu. And I'm just going to have these 3 items in my menu. And I'm going to just tick footer menu and save. So what does that look like in the WordPress theme? It adds this down in the footer. So as a line item, if you wanted to create like a privacy policy, a terms and conditions, all of those that are normal links that would sit in your footer, then that's how you would do that. So to navigate through there, you have your 2 menus. Sometimes when you need to, when you first load this, you might look at this and go, hey, that's not my menu. You actually need to look and choose your appropriate menu here. In your menu locations, you can also allocate your appropriate menu here. So different themes have different menu locations. So in this case, this also has a social media menu. The other, I'll just go back to this footer option here, because your menu is down here, but you might also want to display a list of links in your widget areas. So normally, most themes, I'm going to go to widgets, and over here, there's a navigation menu. Add a navigation bar to the sidebar. So let's drag this over here, and I'm going to call it special menu, and you select footer menu, save, and that appears in the footer widget areas of the site. So you can see now the flexibility that menus bring to the table. It's very, very powerful, very easy to use, very easy to update. We get clients who say, hey, I really worry about whether our menu structure is correct. Well, in WordPress, it's easy to change if it isn't. It's easy to test and change if it isn't. But as you can see, it's drag and drop and customize to suit your particular navigation structure.